Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in this one we're going to be fitting this Thunderpole T-600 CB to our Yeti, which is super important in our opinion for when you're out on the green lanes.
As Alana has said, we've gone for the Thunderpole T-600, but not just the Thunderpole T-600, we've gone for Thunderpole's off-road pack. You basically get the CB with obviously mic. You then get a choice of colours of aerial. We've gone for black for the Yeti because of the black roof, but you can get different sizes of aerial. We've got a little tiny mag mount that we're going to try out on the Yeti. We did try a boot lid mount because that was our preferred method, but there was just a little tiny bit at the end of it that wouldn't allow the boot to open and close. So yeah, we've got a little tiny mag mount to try out. And then also you get this speaker. And then just as a side note, these are the optional bits that we've brought. We've got some cable ties. They're going to go with these little cable tidy clip things that we're going to give a try of. And then just to finish off, we know this 3M dual lock, that's the one. We know that works fantastically on the CB, on the Freelander. We've only done it once and it stayed put all along. You can hardwire this into your car, so it's powered off of the car full stop, but we're probably going to use a cigarette lighter because we don't need it all the time. So it's just nice to have the functionality there when we do need it, so we can just plug it in and then unplug it when we don't, and then it don't draw any power from the car.
Right, starting with the aerial. First you need to decide which side you're actually going to want the aerial itself to be. We've decided it's on the driver's side, so obviously mag mount attached, and then routing the wire through. We've gone down just here, but actually to get the wire through, because there's not much of a gap, we've had to remove this little plastic thing here, which actually came out of just here, which literally just unscrews with a little star-headed screw, which the majority of the car seems to be built with. And then you lift this plastic strip up slightly. Just be a bit gentle because it is plastic at the end of the day, you don't want to break it. And then the plug end of the aerial wire should feed through this little gap just here. And then obviously wire coming down. We've actually attached it with some little tie mount, little sticky pad things, and some cable ties, which, provided they stay stuck, it looks quite neat, to be fair. But yeah, one of those up here and a cable tie, same again here. Little cable tie with a little loop, just to stop any water getting into the boot, hopefully.
Yeah, they call these drip loops apparently, because the idea is the water trickles down here, gets to this bit, and then should hopefully fall off. So therefore it doesn't track all the way down, and then end up going into places you don't want it to be. It's
not ideal. I'm not the best at making them, but we'll go with it. It's fine.
Just going to jump in, this is work in progress. This isn't like the final result.
Very much so. And it's worked. This has worked so far thereabouts with the Freelander. So if it's worked, it must be fine, right? But then, yeah, obviously you're going to want to remove the back light, which is just attached by two little...
The back light's just in there.
Yeah, back light's just in the boot, because who doesn't have it in the boot?
Can you lift it out just so we can show?
I can.
If you can stretch in.
Obviously your back light will just unscrew with a couple of little screws just in here, the little star-headed screws and a couple of poppers, and then just a little pop and it pops out. Little plug, a couple of little clips either side that just squeeze in and it pops out. Nice and simple.
Obviously there is multiple ways of doing this. This is just the way we've done it with the cable routing. You can obviously do things differently.
And I've just gone and put my foot in a puddle. And then the wire is obviously going through this little hole behind the light, but to get to that hole you're going to want to be removing, I don't even know where it is. Oh, it's over there. I'm not going to worry about that, but either way, the trim that sits just here for the boot. But obviously
the trim is it a couple of screws at the
there's
bottom?
A couple of screws at the bottom behind, which are a little bit awkward, but yeah, and then it pops out with a plastic pry tool. Obviously before doing that, remove the rubber boot seal. And then this little panel comes from up here. That literally plastic pry tool, and it pops out. It's on these little metal nuggers, but that just pops out. Sounds a bit brutal, but it works. And then obviously we'll use this side as a demonstration. It has the luggage securing rail. You want to unscrew that to start with, but this little cover, which is that, just pops off with a plastic pry tool, which reveals these screws behind, and just unscrew them. Little tug and off that comes.
I'm just going to pan over to that side if you can see it, because the screw holes are there, and I think there's,
there's one just over here somewhere,
and there's going to be one over there. Let me just wipe the lens because I just saw some grut. Hope that's better.
And then obviously this trim here.
Come the other side so we can peek inside.
I think just pops off at that point, didn't it?
Yeah. Alana got a little bit angry at this point.
Yeah, plastic pry tool and a swift tug and it came out. I don't think it's broken.
We obviously haven't gone to the effort of really unpopping it full stop.
But you can just get, if I can unpop it again, you just get just enough wiggle room that you can probably, you can see my hand, there we go. That's the end of the wire. It might take 2 people to do, but if you push the end of the wire in from outside, you can then grab it from just here. And then it's routed down, just tucked behind. And there's actually a little nugger just in here that just gives it a little bit of room. That pops out just there. Oh, that looks a bit of an odd hand. And then we've actually got it routed underneath the back seat.
Back seat there.
I'm not actually going to show that bit because the back of the car is a mess.
Yes.
But it's underneath the back seat, along the carpet, and underneath the passenger, the rear passenger footwell mat.
Yep.
To go into the passenger side.
What we'll do is we'll cut the footage here because we're still working on the CB side of things.
Yep.
And we'll get back to you when we're further along with that part.
That one.
And this is the part where it all come unstuck, literally. You see, with the Velcro being curled up into a ball all of its life, and also the fact that it was just a few degrees Celsius outside, so it was absolute nuggets, this did not want to play ball. Luckily, with a bit of ingenuity from me a few days later, I rigged together this wood combination with gloves so it didn't mark the interior of the car, left it for a few days, and lo and behold, it finally stuck. Right, this is the actual CB fitted into the actual car. I'll start off with the mic. The mic comes with this little cradle here. We've decided to stick it just here. It was a bit of a struggle actually to work out what surface in the car we could stick this to, because you want it sticking to a flat surface. It has its own little sticky pad on the back which allows you to stick it into the car. But so much of the dash and whatnot in the Yeti is actually curved, so it wouldn't comfortably stick and know that it's going to stay stuck. So yeah, we've stuck it just here, which seems pretty spot on. We prefer it on the passenger side just because ultimately you stick it on the driver's side, it's going to be in the way of something. But yeah, oh hello, I just see myself in there. But yeah, on the passenger side it's out of the way of the driver's manoeuvrability. The CB itself is stuck just here, once again out of the way of the driver. We've stuck it with some 3M dual lock. We've stuck the cradle just here. Obviously it can be easily removed or whatever if we need to. We've mounted it this way in the Freelander and it's worked pretty spot on, so hopefully it will be the same for this car also. You can screw into the plastics itself. I didn't really want to do that if I could help it, so obviously it's not the only way you can mount it. There is other ways. You can work that one out for yourself if you're not happy with the dual lock solution. This CB also isn't actually going to be hardwired into the car. We are just going to be using the cigarette lighter into obviously the little socket just here. So it's not permanent. We can just take it out, do what we like with it, and then plug it in, not plug, you know what I mean. It's not permanently going to be hardwired into the car, which for us we think is a pretty good solution because overall it's not going to be used a huge amount.
Wow. Look at him.
Wow. That's a lot of sheep.
King for Mike and a Scot, I would say they must have heard you.
Either that or they're feeling a bit sheepish.
They look sheepish. Hey. Hello. Hi.
We love you. Alana, definitely some rear wheel lifts on this one, please.
No problem, I'll aim for both wheels up at the same time, yep.
And then some, yes.
Cool, no problem, mission accepted.
Alana, this water splash is coming up, there's quite a step coming out, so be wary, okay, with your front bumper.
Perfect, thank you. Do you want
Could always use the traction boards to ramp you out.
Scott's getting out to watch me through. So that was us fitting our CB radio to our Skoda Yeti. Hopefully you found this video useful if you plan to do the same, or even if you were just being nosy as to what we've done with ours. Excuse the really awkward camera angle. This is take 3 of actually filming this clip because apparently we're really bad at this sort of thing. We're going to test that the CB is actually now working. Scott's in the Freelander too, obviously, with the CB in there. So let's see, can Scott hear me?
Hi everyone, remember to like, comment and subscribe.
And all of those fun things. So we'll see you in another video, guys. Bye.
You're going to have to go again because after you finished speaking, you kept your finger on the button of the mic and I couldn't talk.
Okay, so I'll do that whole little bit again, yeah?
Yeah, do that whole bit again, but as soon as you finish talking, take your finger off the button, or otherwise I can't get in.
I forgot that bit.